Yo, what's up, Aries? Welcome to your monthly forecast for the month of June 2017. Aries, quick announcement. I'm posting daily astrology on my Facebook page. And yes, I'm going to be announcing this every month from here on out because all the new subscribers that are coming in do need to know about it. And also for my existing subscribers, thank you very much for subscribing, liking, and sharing. I appreciate your loyalty, but you can find my Facebook page by typing Gregory Furlan in your Facebook search bar. I'm going to be posting for all 12 signs every day, so it's really cool. You can get some great insight as to what's going on with your sign every day. So now I'm going to jump into your forecast for the month of June 2017. The sun is going to be in the sign of Gemini throughout the month of June 2017, and Gemini is your third house. The third house has to do with writing, texting, speaking, emails, more exchange of information. So you're going to be really busy regarding communication in your life, Aries, throughout the month of June 2017. On June 20th, the sun is going to shift into Cancer, and Cancer is your fourth house of your home and your family situation. So the pace is going to come down a lot. So throughout the month of June 2017, you're going to be really busy with communication, potentially a good time for you to go on an interview if you're trying to interview, or if you need to do a sales pitch or a presentation. Up until June 20th is a great time to do it. Once the sun shifts into Cancer on June 20th, that's your fourth house of your home and your family situation. You're probably just going to want to kick back and relax. If you're going to meet with people, you're probably just going to want to have them come over to your home. But those are the main themes for you, Aries, for the month of June 2017. Now I'm going to talk about some more specific major astrological events that are set to occur this month and what they mean for you. Right off the bat, on June 3rd, Venus, the planet of love, is in your sign. And it's making what's called a conjunction to Uranus, the planet of the unexpected, which is also in your sign. So you have Venus, the planet of love, and Uranus, the planet of the unexpected, and they're aligning in your sign, Aries. So this could suggest something very unexpected about yourself, Aries. I mean, you might be quite the surprise for people on June 3rd, potentially. So maybe you're going to get glammed up. I mean, Venus has to do with beauty. So potentially this has to do with you beautifying yourself in some way, or getting dressed up or cleaned up or whatever. And it's maybe surprising to people. I mean, not that they wouldn't be surprised any other time, because, a lot of Aries are really good looking. So potentially this is just some way that you're some sort of surprise on June 3rd, and it has something to do with beauty potentially. Also on June 3rd, the sun is in Gemini, and it's making a positive angle to Jupiter, which is retrograding in Libra. And Libra is your seventh house. Your seventh house has to do with all the one-on-one relationships in your life. So this is a great day for you to communicate something positive in a relationship situation. So if you are an Aries that's happily coupled up, you could say something to your significant other on June 3rd that potentially you could really take things to the next level with something that you say to them. So remember that for June 3rd, for all you Aries that are happily coupled up, and, depends on what stage of, what stage of your relationship you're in. Now, if you're an Aries that is in a relationship that's shaky, or potentially an Aries that's in a single Aries, this is a great day potentially for reaching out to somebody else. So for you single Aries, if you have your eye on somebody, this is a great day for you to communicate your interest. June 3rd, remember that. On June 5th, Mercury, the planet of communication, is in Taurus. And Taurus is your second house. This has to do primarily with your money situation and the way you earn your money, and it's making a challenging aspect to the North Node, which is in Leo, and Leo is your area of romance primarily. So this suggests a challenge potentially with money and romance. So if you are a Leo that's coupled up, if you are an Aries that's coupled up, if you're an Aries that's coupled up, then potentially you could be having some sort of difficult conversation about money on June 5th. Now, if you are an Aries that's single, potentially you might be trying to impress the object of your affection with money or something. Maybe they're not feeling it, or maybe you're trying to appeal to somebody who's high maintenance potentially, and maybe you just don't have enough money for their lifestyle or whatever. So don't get discouraged, because whoever's right for you is going to come down the line, and the universe is in charge of the money that you make, Aries. So don't be discouraged about your money situation, because you will get the money that you need in your life when you need it. On June 9th, there's a full moon in Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is your ninth house, and the ninth house has to do with faraway places, foreign cultures, spirituality. So full moons bring things to fruition. So potentially, like right around June 9th, did you just get back from somewhere far away? Are you in a faraway place watching this video? Are you going somewhere far away? That's not going to be the case for all Aries. Not all Aries are going to be able to go far away, but if you aren't, then potentially this is just going to heighten your fascination with faraway places. Now, for other Aries, this is potentially going to have, potentially there's going to be somebody who could come into your life who is from a foreign background or from a foreign culture, but you might know them locally potentially, or you could just be local and just immersing yourself into things. Like maybe there's just things in your area that are, there are cultures that are from overseas that are in your area potentially or somewhere around you, and you're just immersing yourself more in these cultures potentially during this time. And this area also has to do with spirituality. So following June 9th, you may have a heightened fascination with spirituality. You could potentially become, some of you Aries could be potentially get involved with someone who's a spiritual figure. Who do you know in your life, Aries, who's a spiritual figure? Potentially you could start to be with this person more often than usual. And, depending on what the spirituality, there's different types of spirituality. There's the more stuff like astrology and numerology and tarot is one side of spirituality. But then there's other stuff too. Like potentially some Aries might be involved with somebody who is more into an organized religion. So however it's resonating for you, Aries. Also on June 9th, Jupiter, the planet of luck and fortune, turns direct, and it's in Libra, your seventh house of relationships. So this is a great aspect for knowing where you're going when it comes to relationships. So if you're in a relationship and you want to take it to the next level, then, if you're happily coupled up and you're looking to get engaged, following June 9th, when Jupiter starts to move forward in your area of relationship, potentially some of you Aries are going to get engaged. If you're engaged already, potentially following June 9th, some of you are going to think about getting married. If you're married already, it just means great stuff coming down the pike for your marriage, Aries. Now, if you're an Aries that's single, then potentially somebody could come into your life for relationship following June 9th. So remember that one. On June 13th, Mercury, the planet of communications Mercury, the planet of communications in Gemini, your third house of communication. It's making a challenging aspect to Neptune, which is in Pisces, and Pisces is your 12th house. Has to do with things that are private and hidden. So this suggests that maybe there's some sort of private or hidden conversation happening. And it doesn't necessarily, it is a challenging aspect, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. It depends on what's happening in your life, Aries. Maybe you're with somebody and you're not happy and you might be communicating with someone in private. This aspect could suggest something like that. So maybe you could be communicating with someone. I'm not saying you should go behind your significant other's back if that's, if things are whatever, but potentially you are an Aries that's looking to be with something. Maybe you're not happy in the relationship that you're in and you're looking to be with somebody else. Then this aspect would suggest that you're communicating with someone in private. Potentially you could be with somebody already. Now, this also could suggest that maybe you're having a challenge bringing something to a completion, and you might be talking about it because Neptune's your area of, Pisces is your area of endings and completions. So when Mercury is in your area of communication, making a challenging aspect with Neptune, then it suggests that maybe you're talking about how you wish you could bring something to a close, or you wish you could bring something to a completion, but it's a very challenging situation. On June 16th, Neptune goes retrograde, and it's going to be retrograding until November 22nd. This is going to give you what you need to let go, Aries. So if there's anything in your life, I'm not saying all you Aries are going to need to let go of something, but if there's any of you that do need to let go of something, this is going to help you release it. Neptune retrograde is going to be releasing. So retrogrades where the planet looks like it's going backwards. It's not really going backwards. It looks like it is. What does that mean astrologically? Neptune's in your 12th house of completions, endings, letting go. It's going to really help you let go of whatever you need to let go of in your life. This is going to happen until November 22nd. On June 19th, Mercury, the planet of communications in Gemini. Gemini is your third house of communication, making a positive aspect to the North Node in Leo. Leo is your fifth house of romance. And the North Node is all about where you're going. So now you really have a clear perspective about where you're headed romantically, Aries, on June 19th. So if you're happy in your relationship, you know what good times are ahead for you and your significant other. If you're in a questionable relationship, you know, hey, I got to get out of this, and I know which direction, I know who else maybe I want to be with potentially. And same if you're single. So if you're single, you might have your eye on somebody, and this is a great day for you to communicate. For you single Aries out there, this is a great day for you to communicate your interest to somebody. On June 23rd, there's a new moon in Cancer. Cancer is your fourth house of your home and your family situation. The way the new moon works, it's going to hit on June 23rd. And then the 6 months that follow June 23rd, all these new events are going to start coming down the pike regarding your home and your family situation, Aries. So potentially, not all of you Aries, some of you Aries, in the 6 months that follow June 23rd, potentially moving to a new location. So think about where you are now. Potentially you could be somewhere different 6 months from now, or somewhere along the line. Potentially some of you Aries doing a home renovation, new stuff coming up with your family in the 6 months that follow June 23rd. Not all Aries are going to have a baby. Some maybe yes. Or maybe some are dealing, some have a baby right now that they're taking care of, a very prominent baby in your life. That's all I have for you this month, Aries. Thank you for watching this video. If you've enjoyed it, make sure to subscribe, share, and like. I'm on Instagram as Gregory Furlan Official. I'm on Facebook posting daily astrology as Gregory Furlan. Have a great month, and I'll see you next time.